Ooh, little owls, how is everybody doing today? I hope you're having a nice day. Welcome to the stream. That's a little unplanned. I didn't even know if the stream would take place, honestly. I was not in a good mood yesterday. It's just a tiny bit better today. Not too much, but a tiny bit. Life is as usual not the best, but I'll try my best to well, to deal with it. Yeah. Other than that, I have not much to share. Nothing new happened since Tuesday, pretty much. Some new bills came in from the same thing where the big bills came in from that are now like delayed. But these are much smaller, so they shouldn't cause that much problems. So, no panic. The crisis is still averted. But yeah, that still means we're out of much new things that I could buy that we could actually play, which means today I basically again have the choice. Either we're gonna play some Vermintide or we're gonna continue play a little bit of Hogwarts. That's pretty much the only two things I have. I would still have like one Genshin quest, but I'm not sure. Streaming Genshin kind of like feels a little, I don't know, out of place. Even more than the other ones. So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm gonna take one or two. Since we played Vermintide last time, how about we're gonna stick with Hogwarts today, just to change it up. Yeah. Also, I'm trying to not scream so much. I'm trying to act very calm and stuff, because as you know, my voice the last couple of months has been always very damaged. So I'm not sure if it will help if I'm just trying to stay calm and not use my voice too much. Hey there, Cassie, how you doing? Don't worry, I didn't fall asleep. I'm just trying to talk more quiet to see if maybe I can get my like throat pain to finally go away, because maybe it has to do with me anxiously hastily talking on stream too much, because I noticed that it got worse each time after Tuesday and Thursday, and it gotten better over the weekend where I'm not talking that much, so maybe that's helping. I did read an article about how to talk in a better manner that less stresses your voice. So, and they said speak more quiet, slower, lower, and yeah, I think that's about like the three things: slower, lower, and calmer, something like that. So I'm trying that out. I know it is different, but if it helps, then it helps. God, somehow Steam changed the UI today, and I just now updated it. It looks so new and weird. Dude, I did something stupid and ordered €240 worth of a Yeti? What is a Yeti? Like, other than the mythical creature, of course. Or did you, like, order the foot of it or something? I don't know what a Yeti is, other than that. But I don't think that's the Yeti that you're speaking of. Oh, microphone. I've been thinking about getting a microphone myself. Actually, I have been saving up to get a microphone, and I was almost at my goal. I think there were like $80 or more like euros missing in my savings for an actual microphone, because currently I'm only using my headset. But then life happened, and now I'm saving up to get a place to like live in. And prices went up by a lot over the last year, so currently the microphone fund is going into the home and maybe furnishing for the new home fund. The microphone got eaten by the furnishings. Microphone will have to wait. But I heard only good things about like the Blue Yeti, so I think it's a decent choice, I'm guessing. At least from my perspective. I know there's like microphone wise, and there are like two microphone eating thingy? What do you mean microphone eating thingy? Who's eating a microphone? I'm not eating my microphone. Oh, it got eaten. Yeah, because I said the fund got eaten. Yes, the fund got eaten. Only the money, not the actual microphone. Just hypothetically. So yeah, there's like two types of like microphones. I think there's like the USB ones. The other being XLR. I need to look that up again, but I think that's what it is. But I know that for XLR, you need some extra hardware on top of it, like boards and whatever it is called, like a lot of stuff, and that costs extra too. So if I do get a mic, I do want to get one that's like USB compatible, so I can at the very least use it in audio interface. Hey there, Shisu. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Audio interface. I think it's called like in. Is it audio interface? I thought it was mix board. I'm unsure actually. How you doing though? I hope you're doing good. Regular 3.5 headset with mic. Oh, mine is USB actually. Sound like, well, gladly my headset does sound okayish, but only because honestly I put it through a lot of filtering, and still with that, if I go like too fast, too high, or too low with my voice, and even if I'm like talking like this normally, it sadly like filters a lot of my range out, which is why I also wanted to upgrade, but it's so expensive. I can't. Currently, I need to focus on home because, you know, when the next winter's coming, I don't want to sit there freezing on the outside. Would not be good, and I don't want to bother the people I'm currently living in their space for another year. It's just, it's not polite to like, yeah, to occupy the space like this. Nice desk. Quadcast is top tier. Yeah, as I said, I have been looking into a few, and I had a fund to get one, but currently I need to save up for the homing situation. Yeah, home more important. If I get cheap furnishings, and actually the home that I'm currently having a look at, which is at the moment being my application has been reviewed. If that works out nicely and I have a little bit of like fund left, then I definitely gonna get the microphone. But at the moment it's looking more like, instead of fund left, it's looking more like I need to provide extra fund. Like I need an extra portion of money to actually be able to do that. That's why I live in a cardboard box now. Like the outside, or just your furnishing is cardboard? Because actually I have been considering cardboard for a few of the items that I actually needed to get. Because kitchen, very important. You need to get kitchen. You can't skip kitchen. You also can't skip like bath and like toilet. That's not possible. For a bed, I think just like putting like a topper or something on the floor might work. I have a topper. I don't have a bed, but I have a topper. Currently, I have a very, very old couch with a topper on top. So I may take that topper, like, put it on the floor. Like, so the bed wouldn't be the next priority if I still got money. Then, yeah, of course, a desk for the PC. Otherwise, that will not work out. Just a very, very basic one. IKEA. Nothing fancy. And I think something like a sofa and stuff will have to wait, or also like cupboards and stuff. I think that's gonna be a very late addition. I live in a cardboard box because like 31 degrees Celsius. Yeah, it's super hot. Don't wanna talk about the weather. I'm literally cooked alive in here. Streaming doesn't make it any better since I have to, like, in order for the camera to track me, because this room has such bad lighting from the windows, I need like these two headlights here on the left and one on the right, and they get so warm when they're like shining on my face. Also, the leap motion for the hand is also not much better. It's also super hot, and my PC is heating up because extra pressure. So I'm being cooked from all sides, front, left, also on my neck. IKEA is a different breed. At least when I checked, and I checked 2 years ago, they had cheap desks. And by desk, I don't mean like a specific desk. I mean just basically the most basic ass table you can imagine. Just big enough so I can put my PC on. Like more like my monitor and my my mouse and everything. Doing good with you. Me neither. As I said last stream, I think you can give me a lot of cold. No problem. I'm gonna get a blanket. I'm gonna snuggle in, everything cool. But give me a tiny bit of warmth and I'm dying. She just lives in the microwave right now. Yeah, it feels like it. The only thing missing is me spinning like, ooh. That would be very weird, though. But it feels kind of like microwave. But technically, if I were to live in a microwave, shouldn't I always stay like exactly in the middle, since when you put stuff in the microwave, the middle is always cold? Somehow. I would need stuff around me, basically isolating me. Instead of buying a part, just tell them that a part is missing from your box. Keep doing that until you have every part. I don't know, maybe that works in your country. I'm pretty sure that wouldn't work over here. Because basically I had like a similar thing happening. Wasn't at IKEA though. And for the most time they want the whole box back and they give you a replacement box. So, and they do want to see, the receipt, of course. They want to see the receipt that you actually bought it. So in that case, everything is by the book here. You can't really cheat your way out of the system. Sweet IKEA privileges. I mean, if it works over there, I can't complain. It doesn't work here. Sometimes people are very stingy here. Everything must go by the rule book. Don't get me wrong, I'm also a very much by the rule person, so... Wish you did, would be kind of funny, trying it out. You think trying it out? Thank you very much for the hydrate. Yeah, my voice needs it. Also, finally, I have been able to, where are they? To procure these nice what are they called in English? I don't know. Cough drops. Cough drops. It's not many, but I got a few just in case of bad throat. I can take like 1 or maybe 2 throughout the stream. I order a Stefan gaming chair. Oh yeah, I forgot. Doesn't IKEA like name their staff? Like give it like weird names? Like I didn't even know they had gaming chairs. Probably are not any good, I'm guessing. I never seen gaming chairs. Their names are rude. It always sounds so like so regular, like regular names. Like it's too personifying for the like objects for me. I got glass as well. Like glass tables? Gotta assemble it yourself. Well, if, and only if, I don't want to jinx anything, if I manage to get the place that I currently have on like my application done for, then I'm gonna have first-hand experience in assembly of furniture. Because so far I don't have much. Like, the only thing I own is like this chair here, basically. That's like my own that I don't share with everybody. And even for this, I gotten help with actually like putting it together. I am not the best at either assembly or also things I need to work on probably for when I actually like get the place is like I probably will need to like do some coloring on the walls or like change the floor and the flooring, and I have no idea how to do that, so I'm gonna have to see if I can find some YouTube tutorials on how to properly do that. Building stream when I actually have furnishing to do so. So probably will still take a while to forever. Like in between, I rather would have the after a while than the forever bit, but one may never know, right? I don't want to jinx it, because I got the feeling if I say now that it's gonna be soon, then it's not gonna happen at all. Do you know, like, when you're too much expecting things to work out, and then they're definitely not gonna work out? Like, jinxing like that, I don't want to jinx it. I'm just gonna put a lot of ifs in front. If everything works out, maybe you can see me, like, putting some stuff together. Or, like, as I said, putting some color on the walls. I think I only helped somebody, like, with color once. And I didn't do it properly, I think, because I was reprimanded. And somebody else took over for me, because my result didn't look quite as, like, unify and like, perfect. I had a lot of smears in there, and it looked uneven, so I definitely need some tips on how I make that better if I get the place. Hey there, Mikey. How's it going for you? For me, it's just the usual. Hopefully a little less sad than yesterday. Life's throwing stuff at me, but I'm still trying to dodge. So, the usual. But yeah, I already watched a tutorial as well on like how to repair stuff, like how to set up your stuff yourself, like for example, like how to put flooring in, even though it should be easy. Like most of it you have nowadays is like this like click in stuff that you have, but still for me it doesn't sound that easy. Gotcha with paint gun painting hell. Not with a paint gun, with a roll thingy. Thank you for the hydrate. Yes, I'm trying to save my throat and my voice. I'm not sure if it will help. But I'm trying to be a little bit slower, lower and more relaxed as to put less stress on my throat. I know it sounds a bit, I don't know, like I'm a bit tired and stuff. But no, that's how I usually normally talk when I'm like with family or all alone. I'm not much of an enthusiastic person. But usually around people I get super nervous, so I get super bubbly, but I'm trying to not be as like anxious and bubbly anymore because I think it's hurting my throat. But I got the feeling when I'm talking like this, I have been talking like this now for 20 minutes. For me, it feels so impolite, like I'm doing an impolite thing. I don't know. It's like I'm like, yo, I'm not listening. I don't know why I got the feeling. I think it's maybe because other people have no problem talking like very energetic and stuff, so I tried doing that too. And I sometimes do that when I'm like very, very enthusiastic about things as well. Like in like normal day-to-day life. But usually it's like sporadic mini episodes. Like I'm this the whole time. And then small happiness portion. I'm very enthusiastically talking about something. But yeah. If I do this the whole stream, even though the whole stream is kind of like very exciting and everything, I think my throat does not agree with me. At least I think so, since I have having for like at least 3 or 4 months now problems with my throat and it's not going away. Suck having energy when it comes to talking. It's not that I don't have the energy, it's like physical. My throat just gives up. Like I'm having like pain and like soreness afterwards. It's not good. And shortness of breath as well. Because I think when you're talking like too fast, you're only taking like short breaths, like not deep ones. And this is causing problems. So I need to constantly remind myself to talk slower and breathe more in between. We'll see if it helps. Maybe this is all just nonsense. Maybe at the very end my throat is just my throat and it's very just... Maybe it doesn't like talking. Maybe it's just sick all the time because my immune system is crap. I mean, maybe. More hydrate, thank you. Mogus? What do you mean Mogus? Like, Amogus? I'm confused. The throat is traitor? Yeah, it definitely is. I definitely would like to get rid of like these throat problems. Makes it really hard to do stuff. We'll see if I can like hold this pace. Your brain shut off for a second. Unlike my brain is shut off like 99% of the time. Uninstall throat problem. Uninstall throat problem.exe. Enter. It says I have no administrative rights to my body. Dang it. If it were that easy, I would uninstall a whole lot of problems, I tell you. I didn't know who installed all that chronic illness onto me, but I definitely would uninstall it in an instant. Fast, free, and easy. Pouring river water into your socks. Oh god, why the socks? A, how would that help? And B, wouldn't this cause you to get sick faster, more like it? Like when you're... I mean, they say if you're like getting your feet wet when it's raining, you're more likely to catch a cold, right? So this reminds me of that one cutscene that we had like in Genshin when Ayaka goes into the river with her full socks on. I was watching the whole scene like, no girl, you don't go in there with the socks, please. No. Take the socks off at the very least. Also the shoes maybe. But 100% the socks. Ugh. I'm not sure. I'm also not much of a sock person. As soon as it's not super cold anymore, I get rid of my socks immediately and run around like barefoot the whole time. I'm not a sock person. That's socks. Yes, exactly. We all share a brain cell. All making the same jokes. But yes. Socks is a weird word. Maybe that's why. It's just so punnable. Ready for pun all the time. Why? Is your level so far down, you think? It can go deeper, believe me. I heard way worse. I heard way worse already. I did. The level was so low you wouldn't even believe it. I mean, technically I have the lowest level because, I mean, even if the joke is bad, at least you're telling jokes. My sense of humor is basically 0. I'm not very good at being funny, making jokes, or also laughing at jokes. I'm not sure. Maybe my sense of humor is weird, or the second thing, because I have like problems with like my facial nerves. Like when I laugh too hard, it's like I'm having pain. So maybe as time progressed, my brain, in order to get that pain less often, tried to numb itself to like funniness, so it doesn't hurt that often. Because I remember when I was like a kid, I was having that pain like way more often, but I was also laughing a lot more. Maybe it was the sadness of life that brought me down. But no, maybe that has to do with that. You know? It's not that I don't find things funny. I'm just not a person to loudly laugh about something. If that makes sense. What's hot? What's hot? Tea? Your brain melts whenever you try the fun. I mean, it's basically the same for me when I engage with like horror stuff, well, like the creepy. When I play a horror game, I do find it scary, and I do enjoy scary. But I'm not one of the people that like screams a lot or like absolutely gets a high reaction out of their fear. Like I'm like, oh yeah, it's creepy, but I'm not one to scream and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just not showing that much reaction at stuff. May or may not scream like a girl. Well, then we're polar opposites. Horror sounds fun. Yes, the problem with horror is sometimes people are not getting the right mixture of like horror. Like too many people think horror means just putting in a lot of action, kill and gore, which for me makes it less horror-y. Since if I have a gun and can kill a zombie, it loses all sort of like frightness for me. It's like, doesn't matter if it's a barrel or if it's a zombie or if it's a level 1 boar. If I can kill it, it's not scary. It's an action thing for me then. horror must happen on a different level. I'm very much more into psychological horror stories and games. What sounds untossable? Oh, unTOSable? If it's against TOS, do not post. I'm like, untossable. What do you want to toss somewhere? Where we want to toss somewhere? Psychological horror? I mean, it's fun. I do like psychological horror games. Play Labyrinthy? Is that the one where you're like in that maze, or which one is that? Did I play that already? Wait, I'm looking it up. Yeah, I think I, at the very least, played a very, very early version of that some point with friends. Since it's a co-op experience. The problem I have with horror games right now, and it's not a big problem with horror games per se, is that a lot of horror games do require a lot of very good development and writing and everything, like, in general. So they are having a very high production cost. So in general, they are like more expensive and shorter, which is, it's totally fine. I get it. For a good horror game, you need a lot of development time and like quality. But the problem for me right now, being broke, is that I just can't afford currently to like invest money into that. And most of the like free cheap ones are quality wise not there for a reason. Otherwise they could just be a paid game, right? So maybe if I'm at one point back at more money, then I'll delve back to buy a few horror games or something. You're also playing it with a friend. That is good. I think horror games can be quite nice with friends. I'm not sure why most developers do not like see the potential in multiplayer horror games. You had every time the word horror is said? Why? What is it? What's wrong with the word? Shall I call it the scary game? Hey, Branchy, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome in. Is the word horror weird? Sounds like my place at work. That is the wrong kind of horror. You should differentiate between like horror in the sense of it's super scary and horror in the sense of it's absolutely catastrophically horrible for me. That's a different usage of the word. You're doing good, that's nice. Eating lunch, what are you having? I just also ate lunch right before the stream. I was just having leftovers, so there's nothing too fancy. Just leftovers, as usual. Either that, or if I don't have leftovers, it's... then it's nothing. But mostly it's leftovers. A tiny bit of leftover is mostly leftover. Because cooking in tiny portions is hard. Wait, where's your mind at? I'm confused. A leftover curry, see? I'm not the only one eating leftovers. Curry is good though. Just most curry is like way too like spicy for me. So Most of the time when I make curry for myself, I try to make it an unspicy version of itself. I'm drinking so much today. It's because it's so warm. Because spiciness and me, we just don't go well together. It's not that I don't like spicy. It's meant to be spicy. Yeah, I know. It's not that I don't like spicy. In fact, I do like my stuff spicy. The problem with it is my body does not treat spicy very well. When I eat spicy, I'm getting all sorts of like tummy aches and stuff. It's not really not good for me. I don't know why. Hadn't been that bad like a few years ago, so I don't know. Maybe I just gotten weaker. I mean, a few years ago, I still ate like these. Do you know these like super spicy, super hot like ramen cups that they sell? I ate these like no problemo. Maybe that's actually how I made it worse. In any case, then it was worth it. Eating Asian food. Asian food delivered or like homemade or like pre-made, pre-packaged. You love those. Yeah, I did love too, but recently I'm having problems with the spiciness. So I am trying to have them less spicy. Just like a normal amount of like, if you have a normal amount of like pepper spice, you know what I mean? That's okay. Or maybe a little bit, but not like these super, super extra hot spicy. Burn away all your taste spicy. That's what I don't do anymore. Delivered. Nice. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not having a lot of delivered food currently. Or like generally. For 2 reasons. Reason A, because currently I don't have much money and delivery is or eating out is super expensive. And reason 2, we don't have a lot of shops here that actually like do exist, and even if they do exist, that actually like do delivery. I think it's like one pizzeria or something, and I don't always just want pizza. I wish we had more like different kinds of restaurants here that offered like all kinds of things to eat. That would be super, super nice. I always shop like a third of one of the spice container thingies of cayenne pepper into the noodles. I think cayenne pepper is pretty okay as a spicing. And there's also like, what is this called? There's like this spicy red paste sauce that exists. You guys know what I mean? That you often can eat with like Chinese food. God, I need to look it up. I don't know what it's called. I don't know. I don't even know what it's called in German. I forgot. But that's kind of like okay too. Normal pepper is also good. And sriracha? That's not the one I meant. That also exists. That's also fine. Tabasco I like less. And the thing I absolutely hate are like these very, very unnatural spice tastes where you make stuff like super hot, where you like have to take drops only into your food, like where you drop one drop in and it's already way above the Skrill scala. I hate these things that they exist. Everything natural is, I think, okay. As long as it's not like too hot a pepper. I didn't know what that paste is called. Come on, brain. It's called... I don't know. Sambal. It's called sambal. It's sambal. Or am I the only one knowing that? That one is also okay. That's not too hot. You can put that on everything, basically. That's very okay. Not heard of it? Like, you can look it up. It's, write it like this. It's some sort of chili paste. That's what I usually, like, see served with, like, Chinese food for the most part. And I think that one is okay. You can add a little bit of that to, like, everything, of course, with spicy, like, fits. I mean, don't add it on top of your Nutella toast, or maybe actually don't let me judge you. Do whatever you want. If that's what you think is yummy, eat this with your Nutella toast. I wouldn't, but whatever you fancy. But yeah, that's like the go-to that around here is served with Chinese food. On top of, like, of course, spices. So everything from, like, different kinds of peppers. Yeah. Be cayenne or just normal or white pepper. Add half a ghost chili pepper to some pasta. No. I would die. I don't want to die. I have other problems currently. Dying is currently not on my list of problems that I can stomach. It's something I would really like to avoid. I'll be right back. Yeah, sure, no problem. In the background, I'm already loading up my game for today. Because that usually takes a while to load properly. Which is probably why also my software is lagging a bit. Da-da-da. There we go. Dying is not included in the budget. I mean, technically. Yes, very technically. Dying is very expensive. The only good thing about it is that you don't have to worry about the cost because you're all gonna be dead already. So the ones having to worry about the cost of your dying is the people you leave behind, so... well... good luck to them, I'm guessing. But yeah... dying is an expensive thing. I always thought about that, like, a lot, that when people die, the loved ones are, like, super down. They having a really, really hard time. And then on top of that, they have to deal with all this money problems with actually properly laying the person that they now miss dearly to rest. I mean... also, I'm pretty sure there's maybe also some people, like, ripping these people off in their moment of dire, like, pain and need. Which is a shame, really. But I'm very sure that happens. Sad but true. Sad topic. A very sensitive topic. but something that everybody should probably like think about. I know that's why there is like some like insurance stuff and like where like pre-saving stuff that you can do where you like cover that cost already, so the people that you'll leave behind don't have to deal with that exactly. But I don't think many people have something like that actually taken care of, including me. I did not think about that much. Wouldn't have the money to do that, so I think most people like don't want to do that because then they have to actually think about the thought of them dying being a possibility, and that's not a nice topic for most people, right? It's only natural that they want to talk about something different instead. What is money? You're asking the wrong person. Do I look like I have money? How do I acquire? Working. Or be a lucky person. Or especially skilled in something. Or pretty. Or whatever. Be either lucky, skilled, pretty, or work a lot. But I do hear that working a lot is like the lowest possible rank. Working only gets you so far. All the other things can give you way more. It's sad, 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 but true. Who's a taxes guy? Why is he calling all the time? Like, here I don't have a taxes guy calling. All the taxes are being handled over, like, a online formula that you have to put your stuff in. And, well, if anything is wrong with it, of course you're gonna get some, like, mail or, like, some notice, that, you still have, like, a missing document or a wrong document. But most taxes here are done with simple online formula stuff. Easy. Nobody calling you or anything. What a weird guy. Is it like a usual thing for people to be called by somebody having to do with taxes? I mean, I'm not familiar with that. I know that some people like do have a special person like on the job dealing with their taxes, but that's like only the people that have a lot of tax stuff to deal with. Like when they have tons of like I don't know, in and out. Mostly if they have a company, I think. All is handled online or by the job. Yes, exactly. That's the way it is here too. It's comedy. Maybe that's how it was handled before, like, online existed? Because I remember when I was a kid, very, very faintly, I remember my parents actually, like, on paper doing taxes, like they had to like on a like script thing, like put in numbers and then send that in somehow, getting it approved. So maybe that's how it was before. Only country that has issues with taxes that I know of is the US. I'm not sure. The only thing I know about US taxes, which is not a lot, is that when I signed affiliate with Twitch back on and they sounds like it's been such a long time. It's not. There was a section about, are you from the US because of taxes withholding or something? And I said, I like clicked on no, and then the topic was gone. But I was like, what is a tax withholding? I was confused. So... Tax time, how much? Secret. Guess. $600 jail. What do you mean? They have to guess how much tax they need to pay? Is it really that bad? I thought it's just like from everything that you like earn, it's a certain percentage like it is with us, right? They probably just have to like keep track of it more accurately because nobody's doing it for them. Like no program, no machine, no employer or something. I'm not sure. I have actually no idea how taxes work in the US. I just know that especially online, they are apparently a special case. That's all. You still need to guess? But why would you have to guess? Like, for example, if I'm a company and I'm providing a service, I don't know what the numbers are, but let's say if you provide a service, you have to provide amount percent A of service from that. And as long as you like note everything down that you do, like every service that you offered, everything that you actually like pay, actually everything that you buy, if you have all this data, shouldn't it be easy to like do the taxes at the end of the day? I mean, I know that some people have a company doing it, but also here in Germany, so it all depends on how complicated and big your business is, I'm guessing. Depending. I mean, if you have like a 100 people business, you're probably gonna need some help. So either somebody dedicated that you actually like pay, so now you got 101 people to pay, or you need a company to do stuff for that. I don't know. As long as I am able to do my taxes easily, I don't really care. That's all I care about at the moment. And that I don't have to like deeply understand it. The online formula, like, it helps you with everything, like it answers your questions. Like, do I need to fill that? You know, what's special formula do I need? It knows that. It asks like 3 questions and boom, 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 everything just in place. And you just need to fill out 2 or 3 things. That's it. Work to pay companies to pay taxes. So even if they don't have their own company, like their own business, as a normal worker, you have to pay somebody to do your taxes? That sounds horrible. What if you can't afford? I don't know how much would these people like charge for doing the taxes on top of everything. At the very end, you're working and you have got nothing to show for it. At the very end, you got nothing left of the money that you actually made. Kind of sounds a little bit like what's already going on everywhere else in the world, but let's not discuss that deeper. Then you do them yourself. And hope that you get them right. Is it that? Yeah. But you never know what you exactly owe. Well, then it's a dumb system, but hey. The US does have a few dumb systems, not gonna lie. Would not be to my taste to live there, so... Sadly have to head off. Go back to... Oh no! Work stinks. I hope your work is not gonna be too stressful. Thank you for dropping by. And I hope it's going by fast and stressless. Work is not good. The most stupid, I like, why don't they just tell people exactly how much they owe? Because then they would have to actually make, like, the counting and stuff. So they would have to pay the person to actually, like, put it together. But, like, in the very end, they have to correct them or, like, check if they do so. Maybe they just want to arrest more people so they can get more money out of them. I don't know. Maybe they just like to see the jails full. Hope so too. Yeah, see you soon. Yeah, I'm hydrating. Can't you see me hydrating? Yeah. Taxes are a weird thing. There's a lot of things that are weird, though. I'm not gonna lie. Probably Texas still being very straightforward by that standard. Okay. Shall we talk a little bit more? Anybody got some interesting topics? If not, I would say we're starting up playing some Hogwarts Legacy. Because it finished loading a while ago. Pay too little and you go to jail. Pay too much and money is gone. So they don't get it back? Because here if you pay like too much, they like check it. And if you actually like pay too much, they gonna give you some back. Or not some. The amount that you like paid too much, you get back. It's not the case there. So in that case, most people, let me guess, are probably given extra, so they're not like below what they owe, so they don't go to jail. And that extra money they like put into their personal pockets, the executives, right? They do, but it's the whole struggle. It doesn't matter. It's a sad topic. It's not good. Show them that the wrong people have struggle in the world. And there's so many people that have it easy. Like, the divide between that is like too big. Like, there's too little people that just have an okay life. There's like too many people having a bad life. And only a handful of people that have like perfect, a million times better than okay life. It's sad. The entire world is a sad topic right now. Not only right now, it's been that for a while now. And it's probably gonna stay a while longer too. It's sad but true. I mean, I think there's a reason why like stuff like video games are popular. Because people want to escape the sad world somehow. I mean, some people go and drink their sorrows away. Others, like, go find their joy in a video game. It's just... as long as we don't have to deal with the sadness of the everyday life. As long as it works. Right? Yeah, escape. Exactly. I think that's what a lot of people do. Can't blame. I'm doing the same, literally. I'm really actually doing the same. Okay, let me switch the sound. And go to game capture. Game sound is on. Let's just don't double on the sound. That's weird. Yeah, I think as long as the world stays the way it's currently at, things will not change for a while. Yes, order as well. I can't blame, as I said. I'm doing it myself. And I don't see anything wrong with it either. Let's take care of the beasts while we're talking. I mean... who wouldn't want to live a better life, even if it's just by pretend? That was the wrong... I need an auto brush system for this. The fact that we have to like work for like 30% of our life and sleep for another 30 really just kind of sucks. I think for a lot of people it's more like more than 30. I think I saw an image today on, I think that was Twitter. It was like exactly the same topic. It was like, okay, you sleep for 8 hours. And you work for 12. And do chores for the rest. There's no time left for you. It's sad. But for a lot of people, that's reality. Okay, who here already is done? You're done? Oh, oops. Yeah, you want love. Sleep for 4. I mean, to be honest, that's the solution for a lot of people. Right? Like, if you're having so little actual time for yourself, and you have to do the work, otherwise you do not have the money to live. A lot of people do skip on the sleep. I can understand myself. If I need some extra time to like do stuff that I enjoy, I also tend to skip the sleep. And nothing else. Okay, these are taken care of. Wait, work for 8 hours just to come home and be too tired to do something fun. Yeah, exactly, cause then you don't have any energy left.
Proud of all the potions you brewed.
You know the good old saying that when you're a kid you don't have any money, but you got all the energy, but you can't do anything with it because you don't have the money to like do all the stuff that you want. Right? And then as an adult, you do have the money, but you no longer have the time or energy because you have to work for the money. And then when you're old, you're either already dead, which from a perspective of like the state and stuff, that's the best outcome they can have. Because then you paid your stuff and you didn't get anything from it. And yeah, but then when you're old, even if you would have the money, you're not physically capable to do it anymore. It's sad. That's what I fear. When I at some point in the future, in some point in time, get to a place where I can say I can no longer do the things I love. Because I physically can't. Like, I missed the deadline. That would be so sad. Yes, exactly. Where do you go? There. Okay. And the third then. But there's not much we can do about that fact. That's the sad truth. Oh, also, by the way, I did not change category, did I? Sometimes I'm so forgettable. There we go. I mean, I was basically just talking and feeding my babies a little bit, so that's not too far off from just chatting. It's not like I'm not also chatting while I'm playing. It's just, in just chatting, I'm only chatting. And here I'm chatting, and at the same time I'm doing some thingies. So we'll wait until they all have their meal. You just end up missing out on so much life due to having to work. Exactly. I have a few people in like my personal life that like work only. They work, they eat, they sleep, and they work. They do nothing else. Like absolutely nothing. And they are very proud of their income and their successes and their careers. And I am viewed as the weirdo when I tell them like, okay, but why are you actually working this much? For what? Like, shouldn't you work that much to live a good life? But when you're not living, what do you all have the money for? It's not like you're getting a medal at the end of the day because you made a lot of money. I mean, it would be different if they say, for example, they They do enjoy their work so much that it's fulfilling them, but most of them are like, oh, work is stressful, but at least look at me, I'm successful and I'm having money. Hello? Yeah, okay. It's a sad, sad reality. Just end up missing it. Yeah, wait, I read that already. I'm confused. So yeah, they don't live at all anymore. It's a sad, sad feeling. Watching people like this, but I mean, I can't judge them. They must find their own path in life. I'm just a person that... I think I see beyond these things. Like, of course, a lot of companies want to, like, imply to you, and, like, society itself, that you're only good when you're, like, only producing good work and only work and... But of course, because they make more money when you work more for them. Or if you consume more of whatever they are producing. So of course they want you to do that. It's in their own interest to convince you that that is good. I mean, a lot of money is cool, but if you can't do anything with due to working all the time, you have that money, then what's the point? Yeah, exactly. That's what I say. And when I tell them, they all looking like me like a crazy maniac. Like, what's she on about? She's sure just jealous because she does not have money. Yes. I may be super broke and poor, but I'm not jealous of those people because they may have money, but they don't have any life, right? Use the musical map to find your treasure. Oh god, musical map. I'm not good with solving maps. I'll try though. Shouldn't that be in my inventory? Maybe able to retire earlier though. At least one of the people I know, and mind you, those are only people I know personally in real life. There's probably a lot of the same people out there that I don't know, because I know very little people, very few, just tiny amount. Are old enough to retire already, but they just don't. And they definitely are not gonna retire earlier. So, the opposite, actually. Yeah, inventory, where's this map that everybody's been speaking of? Musical map. Oh yeah, I remember. We've been to one of these, like, last time. Oh god. Do I need to remember this? Okay. I think I'm making this tiny screenshot. I think that's allowed, right? Okay, it's on this island right up in the middle. But what I need the most is like... it's like the highest level. Like, how many notes do we have here? We're like 1, 2, 3... Well, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's just the normal pattern. I don't know how fast I need to play this. Give me a second. I'm just screenshotting real quick a tiny portion. Okay. Question. Why have I had music in my very early school days, but not in the later ones, and I'm not playing an instrument. At least not anymore. I was playing an instrument when I was like a kid, so... Do these not filled out notes and the one with the dot have any, like, meaning? Or are they the same thing? As, like, when the note would be at the same... part. At the same... Okay, it should be on this island here. So I'm going from here. First things first, we need to find these bells that were on the map. And then I'm gonna think about how I play the melody. I had like a very weird connection with music puzzles in like video games. Where many people tell me I'm rather okay with them, but I always struggle. I think in like I struggle, so it's a weird mixture.
Why there. Might you be able to assist?
I was just about to say, why does this guy look like he needs help?
Everything all right?
Far from it. I wandered into a ruin and was attacked by spiders. Oh, if you've got some Wiggenweld potion, though, I'm sure that would put me right.
He needed dust off your speakers. Lucky for me, I don't really have speakers. I only have my headset. And like my monitor has like a built-in, mind you, very bad audio speaker. But it's good enough for when I want to show somebody something. It's not recommended for something like enjoying music or stuff though, so can't say that that's good. At least my headset is decent for that. I do like my headset. I mean, it might not have the best microphone quality. Of course, a headset can never have a good mic quality per se. But
spiders do
I do like the sound.
Here, I have enough to spare. Stay away from the ruins, though.
You've saved me life. Oh, I can never repay you. Yes, I shall stay away from them, you'll see. Must stay away from ruins with spiders. Ruins with spiders.
Stay away from spiders is the best thing.
Oh, and thank you. Please accept this token of my appreciation.
Token? I take token. Which... Oh, invisibility potion. In case you want to stay away from speeder.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
Okay, let's do this. Just because it's on the outside of this and I don't want to leave it.
Revelio.
Okay, it has something to do with that. Do I need to repair this? Probably. I do have my repair spell on.
Reparo.
Oh, that's too far away. Come on. Better have the phone I used for music because I wanted to buy a wire yet is effed up. Uh-oh. Do you have the money to actually buy like a wire? Because that sounds not safe. Okay, I have these two. Oh, wait, there's another one over here. I'm just blind. Oops. Oopsie daisy.
Merlin himself would be proud.
I know what I'm talking about. I have a lot of broken equipment too, sadly. I should really replace my mouse, for example. Because, like, it's working fine like this. But my mouse wheel is not working. And on some games it doesn't really matter. Because they don't use the mouse wheel that much. Or not at all. But in a lot of places it's really, really annoying. Especially when working on things. Okay, maybe we can unlock the other travel point.
Away, Highwing! Away!
You're not going up here? Oh yeah, you do. It just took a while. Let's see. No, I'm not looking your direction at all. I'm just... No. I'm not here. I'm at the wind. Okay, to the left and then... further up. Somewhere here. Even more left. So, more like this. Oh, I think I know what the teleport point is. It's in this big ruin, right? used to be a friendly village. Nope. It's not a friendly village. Okay, question. Is it this way I needed to go? I think the map showing like this place more like in the middle. Let's see. I'll try again. Okay, if I have it like this and then go straight to the right. Let's try that. Hey there, Azim. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Ooh. Me not very uwu. Okay, that is this. No, I think it is here. Oh no. That means I need to clear this whole thing of enemies. I'm not liking this. This is not good. You can become ubuable. It's within us. I heard that whatever path I choose is within me. But I'm not sure. If I I just have to cringe.
Goodness.
I'm not sure.
To attend by myself.
Level 30? Oh god. 30 is not good. I mean, I can try, but I feel silly. I did uwu at some point. 100% I did. Okay, when that guy turns around, I'm trying to sneaky kill. Just hope nobody else sees us. After cringe's enlightenment. The great Ubu church. Yeah, like this. Is he turning around? The feeling is no longer turning around. He was turned around before, right? Also, why is he looking directly in my direction? Does the AI know I'm here? They can't, right? I was not seen. I think I didn't. I'm just gonna sneak around him. Ouch. That didn't work the way I wanted it to. Very quietly, loudly jump on top of there. That worked. Very nice. You're driving? What do you mean you're driving? You playing a racing game? Is it that what do you mean? Okay, I'm trying to do as many sneak attacks as I can because I'm not trusting myself to take care of this whole camp any other way. There's a treasure chest. There's 2 in the middle. And I'm guessing 2 on the wall. Even though I have no idea how I'm supposed to get up there. Or if I'm able to deal with those 2 guys in the middle. Is this a new Metal Gear game? You wish it were. Wait, are they both looking in this direction? If so, I could, like, sneak the other way around. I just like to do my stuff sneakily.
Perhaps not the best place.
I do not have a high talent for sneak games, but I do enjoy them. So maybe that's why I turn everything where I can actually sneak attack into a sneak attack game. Also, maybe because I'm bad at full confrontation mode. Okay, this might turn into a problem because if I kill one of them, the other guy will hear it. Very, very certain.
Somebody out there?
Ah, too slow. Very nice, very nice. Okay, I see 2 more up there and 2 more down there. And then I'm gonna have a look for the objective I'm here for in the first place, which is the bells that I'm looking for. For the music puzzle. Pro gamer move. I luckied out. I tried this so many times and each and every time I Yeah, I effed up at some point and then the whole camp got into me. Speaking of whole camp, it looks like this camp is bigger than I thought. Quite a lot more popped up. Okay, there's one guy here. No, no, don't turn around. Don't you dare. I don't know where the other guy is, but I'm snacking this one. I think the other one is on the wall. It's not really a way up there, though. They really are up there. But how do I get there? Ah, I think I see the bells that I'm looking for. But that has to wait until it's safe. Okay, there is some stairs in the back there. So maybe if I go on top of these, I can, like, do a trip. Collection updated. Is there a boss in here? A bit of a racing game. What kind of racing game? Is it something new? I see so many racing games pop up recently.
Trouble's brewing, and I'm without my friends.
Yeah, this is not good. This...
I don't waste time seeing if they're dead. Their fate's not on my hands. Only their blood.
What are they talking about? There's like a ton of them in there. I think I see the boss. Boss is here. Okay, wait. I see movement up there, but it's going toward my direction, which I do not like. God, I need to be quick. Oh. Lucky me. Very good, very good. Okay,
Revelia.
1, 2, 3.
This looks like the spot from the treasure map.
Yeah. I know this is the treasure map spot. Already spotted all the bells. Okay, now. Nope. Ooh. Why are you moving directly when I want to do a sneak attack? God, I wish I could pull an Assassin's Creed move here. Just get him up or something. Did he hear or see me? Because he seemed agitated. So we're waiting until he goes back into his position. And then I'm gonna sneak attack. Slowly but deadly.
Oh, I fancy it's time we found a new unsuspecting treasure around these parts, don't you?
Ooh. I almost burned him. Oh. Well, at the very least, his loved ones do not have to think about the burial costs now. So maybe I did a good thing. At least... for them. Okay, there are 4 guys and I don't know how to sneak attack them because they're so close together. One guy is doing me a favor though. I go into the left. Very good. See if the others are also splitting up. Okay, sometimes the ladies go in here and through the back. But I didn't know how far. You are a lady, right? Please don't. Okay, very good. I was worried for a second. They always tend to turn around in the moment where I'm trying to strike. Okay, we have the boss and one more extra guy that apparently doesn't want to move his butt. So I'm gonna have to create a distraction. Oh, looky. Something happened in the back there.
I think I heard something.
Yes, you heard something. Go look. Go take a look. I don't know what happened. Something must have happened. Please don't turn around. Okay, very good. Only the boss is left. Now the question is, can I sneak attack a boss? Okay, there is stuff on this side, so I can't get to him. Let me guess, he's completely, like, closed off. Well, this side might work. Might be harsh, but... Do not burn, do not burn, do not burn. Dang it, why am I so fat? I'm not fitting. Okay, doesn't one shot, but I can. Yeah, we're just throwing all our stuff out. Nice. Okay. Whew. We dealt with that efficiently. Very efficiently. I think that's the first camp I actually did own. Nice, nice, nice. I forgot somebody. I'm coming for you, just a second. Oopsie. She was not concerned her boss got, like, electrocuted? Yeah, I forgot about you. That's the person where I didn't know how to get up to. I did say just go on top of there and do a flipsies. Good thing they didn't hear the loud explosions or anything. Maybe they need hearing aid? I'm not sure. Or maybe that's like normal around the evil guys are like, ah, Bobby exploded something again. That's fine by me. I'm not sure. Maybe. Who am I to know? Evil culture is not my thing. Okay. Wait, this is not connected to her. Oh, I see how I get up there. There's a ladder. I'm dealing with all the loot later. First kill, then looting. Okay. I can see the arrow turn around on the minimap. I'm not dumb. I'll wait for you to turn again. Okay, question. I'm not here, I'm not here, I'm not here. You can't see a thing. No. You're not seeing anything. You're not seeing anything. How far are you going? You only do that because you know I'm here, right? God, I hate this so much. Don't you dare use the ladder. God, the AI is doing this on purpose, isn't he?
You can't keep your eyes off a pretty lass, you can't. Quit a flick of a frock and you fall to pieces.
What? I'm not understanding a single word you're saying. I have no idea what they said. The only thing I know is they are in my way. Okay, I probably won't get there in time. I'm too slow in sneaking. If you only can mantle kill them, just in like in Shadow of Mordor.
I did it. And an Ashwinder, no less.
And an Ashwinder, no less. You just killed a whole Ashwinder camp and you're like, oh, Ashwinder, nice. Yeah, there's a nice game out there that's called like Aragami. Have you played that? There's a first and a second installment of that. Like, they have pretty nice like sneak kills as well. I love that game. Loving it. Even though I've been failing so many times that I nicknamed it Failgami. Got caught again. Dang it. I'm very good at the very least on the second installment. You don't have to 100% be uncaught. You can also solve things the violent way. So yeah. That made things easier. Okay, so I think I got all the loot. Now it's time to deal with those bells, right? Where do I have a nice spot to actually shoot at them? There is good. This is good. Okay. First one is actually, yeah. I like both of them for like their respective parts. The second one is more forgiving. For like, if some people are not like into the game, but still want to enjoy like a good written story, I would suggest only playing the second one. But if you actually like in sneaky games a lot, then start with the first one, then play the second one. Okay, I need a refresher. Music map. Okay. So basically, these are relative to the notes. I'm still not sure if this and this are different notes, or if it's just the same. I'm pretty sure it meant something different, like half an octave or something. I don't remember what it meant. Like, it's been too long since I had music class. I was a kid. The dot means something, and it not being filled out also means something. I just don't know what it is. Maybe it's meant to be played shorter, I'm not sure. Okay, we're trying that out. Maybe I can do it as slow as I want. Okay. Let's get out of sneak mode so I can probably aim. Okay. So, it starts with this one, I'm guessing? I made a screenshot, so it should work. Then one... The third... There is no... It should be that one, though. It's missing the stick, though. And then the second stick. Then below the second sticky. Then the third again. But this time it is the one that's not filled out. Then the upper. Then half. And one below. Did that do anything?
That did it.
Ah, correct. Ooh. Flying chests are my favorite.
Treasure.
Ah, look, it's a treasure. What was in there now? Solved by the bell. Yes. I didn't even pay attention. Was there gear inside, or was it just XP? At the very least, I solved it. And it was first try. I came prepared. I made a screenshot, so... Can't say I wasn't focused. Speak with her in Knoxmead. Meet her in the Forbidden Forest. Is this still about... Yeah, the snitches and this... I don't know. Is that still about... Is it still about extra information? I'm not sure what they want from me. I'm gonna go with this. Saving animals is always on my agenda. Not sure what Nettie wanted. Didn't she just want to check out like the evil guys or something? Which is super dangerous, so her mother was against it? I think I remember something like that. In that case, we're gonna leave her waiting. Don't want to put her into danger. Seeing as her mother is my teacher here, so... If I don't want to get a bad grade, I shouldn't get on her bad side. Why is it so dark here? Not that I want to complain. Darkness is actually kind of nice. I was just a little shook by it. It's such a scenery change from the coast where we're just okay, it's safe. Landing operation. Toot toot. Okay, I have arrived.
I can do this. They will want to help.
You talking about me? Oh no, she's talking about the centaurs. Weren't we supposed to go speak to them?
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise.
I think they might get the wrong idea and think we're gonna actually leading them into a trap or attacking them. They won't like this. I can tell you they won't like this. We will need extra super caution.
I'm not sure about this. I can't imagine they're fond of being surprised.
We don't have a choice if we want to help the Snidgets. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
Maybe they're wise, but I mean, they can't read minds, right? They're known for being wise, I guess. I guess they are.
I suppose they are known for having an air of
Maybe there's a dumb
omniscience.
centaur there,
That's
just like
exactly
there's
the
also an
right word.
intelligent
I just-
human somewhere in the
Never mind.
world, but
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
Speaking of secrets,
and
I
no
do want to
secrets.
tell you why Victor Rookwood's after me. He's
Why
working
am I?
with Ranrock.
Why is my character like sharing all the
Ranrock's
backstory of all
after something they
characters
found
now?
at Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story.
I
and
wouldn't like
Fig
keep it a
asked if I
secret
might speak of
longer.
it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps explain a bit about what we saw back at Horntail Hall. Of course, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. Even the centaurs won't know.
We'll simply be
Maybe
honest
they
with them
already
about
know.
what we're trying to do.
The
They'll have to
centaurs are
help us.
all knowing.
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
Why is the music so evil? We are being ambushed, right? They were listening the whole time already. Oh. Stampede! Out of the way! We've been highly surrounded. Do not draw your wand, you dumb bitch! My character is the dumbest.
What do you think you're doing here?
We're gonna do peaceful negotiations. Draw a weapon.
Speak with you.
Ah, I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Uh-oh. And we need to explain very, very fast.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
Yeah, there's one
You forget
intelligent
your
behind
place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care.
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my
Ooh.
words, Doran.
They
If I
having
ever see them
problems,
again,
internal
it
fightings.
will be all 3 of your heads.
Ooh. Ooh. Did they just leave him? Did they just kick him out?
Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before I...
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means yet. Please help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Or save him yourself if you're not trusting me.
In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest.
And then what do we do with all the creatures?
I, on the other hand, must
Do we
go
put them in my
seek the path.
reservoir?
Find
I'm
me
not having
after
that
you
much
have done this.
space. Or resources for food. Oh no. Maybe her grandma has a big garden.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone.
I mean, if it were in moonlight,
What do
it would have
moonstones
just
to do with Snidgets?
worked every night.
And why?
Hey,
so
welcome back,
certain about
Mikey.
Where we could find one.
I trust him. And he just risked his head for us. I think we can give him the the trust. Isn't Moonstone common? I have no idea. Is it common in this world?
Isn't Moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Maybe it's a
No,
special
Centaurs.
one.
I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
Ah, it's not Moonstone. It's the Moonstone. Okay. I trust. I
don't know,
trust.
But I am inclined to believe him. What with his being a centaur and all.
I am too.
It doesn't matter if he's a centaur. He risked his life.
What's his name? Doran. That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned.
Why are you not just going into the cave?
I'll let you know what I find.
Oh, let me guess, because we need a cliffhanger here. She seems so unhappy somehow. Don't be unhappy. We just solved this. Everything fine. I think... How's the magic spelling going? I annihilated a whole camp of dark wizards with sneak attack. Except the boss, because the boss was actually like not one shot with the sneak attack. So I had to sneak attack and then bombard him with spells until he gave up. Which only took a couple of seconds. I am very proud of myself today. Very nice. Which almost feels too nice. Are we sure the difficulty setting didn't magically just bug out? It's very weirdly too easy. Okay. Speak with Naughty and Hawksmeat. And we're gonna do. Well. No bully, please. I have feathers in my mouth now. Thank you. Wait. Didn't it say Hawksmeat? Why didn't I port to Hawksmeat? Okay, we're gonna just fly in. Good to know. Good to know that I have feathers in my mouth now. Oh yeah, I forgot about these guys. No, thank you. Creating that feather effect was actually like kind of harsh to do. I'm proud that I did that correctly. It's looking okay-ish. Could have been better, but it's okay. Which reminds me, I really need to... Thanks for the hydrates, by the way. Which reminds me, I really need to make more throwables when I find the time. But, I just don't find the time currently. All my work currently is going into my 2.0 model. So I can at some point... Hopefully. Finally. Show it off. Yes. Suck it back into my bag. It looks so violent each and every time. Just let the hippogriff fly.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I guess. Wait, we're fighting?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down.
You're tryharding on a card game?
We must
You're trying to beat a high score?
Friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead.
Need to help your parents with some stuff. I hope it's gonna be successful. What are you gonna help them with? Like, just household stuff, or is it something serious?
The village questioning its residents.
Where can I find them? We're hoping to learn from them. They won't give away locations and anything, but...
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever
that's gonna get them into trouble, so I'm doubting they want to share, but... maybe they do. The pillow's really thrown in slow motion since the software is too busy with the game, isn't it? Gardening. Gardening is nice. Throwing stuff out is a mixed bag, but gardening is nice. Please do enjoy your time. Gardening is nice. Bye-bye. Thanks for dropping by, Mikey. Yeah, okay. A map would be good where I find these guys.
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert.
So we're just going into the tavern?
He works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
And what? I have no idea. It's gonna show me on the map, I'm sure.
See what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you.
Just imagine me being an actual hero in a fantasy world. I would absolutely get lost. I don't do well without map markers.
I will be able to move a bit more freely.
But honestly, I think games are more fun without map markers. Like, I remember the times when in MMOs you actually like had to read the quest text and find stuff yourself. Instead of the good old, please go to the glowing marked big point on the map. It took longer to complete the quests. And sometimes I'm really dumbed out. I didn't find something for ages. But it was more memorable somehow. Oh. This has another floor?
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Let's go one higher up. I've been here once, I remember, and there was nothing on top. Hello.
What have I done?
It's better because you get to explore and read flavor texts. Yes. In fact, like, back in the day was when I was still playing World of Warcraft, I installed a mod that, like, you get this, like, big text window of like, quest text where it just has a text and it's, like, super boring. And I installed that mod that, like, actually made that more readable because it was, like, piecing it down into, like, tiny chunks, more like a text bubble for the NPC. And that was such a big immersion boost.
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles, and I'm trying to gather evidence against
That's
him.
really nice. Yeah, I'm not sure what it was called anymore. I think something with immersion, but I'm not sure.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure if it still exists. I hope it does.
Guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about
Curse
helping him
breaker?
extort my colleagues.
Can
into
I
giving him
apply?
treasures
Sounds like
from
an
the
interesting
vaults.
job.
And you declined?
I am more the one that is
Confided
cursed,
him.
though.
Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife.
Oh, the husband is not there
I only
anymore.
had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would
Uh-oh.
appreciate it if
That's-
I acted quickly.
That
But the
explaining why
help
we don't
Harlow
know where he
wants
is.
help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Okay, I need location, and I'm gonna take care of this. Why would he take the husband and you? Because he's desperate for the money, I'm guessing. That's interesting information. Okay, yeah, we need a lot of questions answered. I'm
Why
just
wouldn't
asking
Harlow
everything.
extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He is the bait, and she's the one being baited.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
These guys are not easy to escape. I should not tell her, though, because she would get more worried by that fact.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but
I
those
mean,
are
as long as he's not
pride and
already
joy.
dead, we had that
He would
situation
never
already.
let that happen.
Where they pretended they kidnapped, like, a guy. We're not, like, the same organization. And at the end, they already had killed them.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against
Seeing that they
Harlow,
already
Mrs.
gotten
Rabe.
him out of the way,
Here's the note I received.
I see a
You must be
tiny
careful,
bit of
Please don't put yourself in
hope,
danger.
but not much that her husband is still alive. We'll consider helping us. How they write banking needs. Just in case somebody else is finding the letter. Yeah, that's definitely kidnap
Some
talk.
evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Yes,
Find Mr.
do
Bickle's
I.
other two friends.
I hope so. I wonder if there's more kidnappings and if I find them all in the same place or not.
What? 'Cause I can't
Or maybe they have information on where he might have gotten kidnapped to?
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Hello?
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
What's he searching for?
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir,
God, he's
I'm
so
going to help.
blocking the topic.
I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into
the shop to buy something?
Went behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was
It was
in
a
the
note
note?
from Rosie Hill.
Oh,
Mr. Hill's
dubious.
daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged.
Your room is the same heat as the sun score. I got the feeling mine too. I don't even want to look at the the thermometer is to check it.
Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
So blackmail
What did he ask you to
again.
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often."
Lady
I've been
friend,
able to
he has a
cover his
weakness.
requests until now
We're
with
just
some
gonna have to
little bookkeeping.
anti-kid
I
them.
can't keep it out for
He's
much longer.
he's girl.
I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Very interesting. But yeah, most of the time when I'm like super hot, I'm not checking the temperature actually. I just try to bring it down if I feel like it's too hot, because I have the feeling, of course it's just a feeling, it's like a psychological thing, but I got the feeling when I check the temperature and I see it's super high, I feel even warmer, because I can tell myself, no, you're just thinking it's too warm, when I don't know the number. If I know the number, it's like, it's, my brain like, I told you, it's warm. Yeah, and then it feels even warmer somehow, because I gotten confirmation.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me.
He doesn't tell
Why don't
his
you just
boss
tell
because
him?
he was
He's
gonna
a
get
lovely man.
fired,
When
probably.
it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Wait, is he against the relationship or something?
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been
Creative
trying to
bookkeeping.
cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running
Creative
out of money.
bookkeeping.
Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve.
So
my
basically, he's
circumstances and
stealing
to
from
be
his
worthy of
boss
Rosie.
because of this. Okay, so second person that is basically blackmailed.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note that might help me to identify it should I come across it?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
Okay, I
Thank
got
you
it.
for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him.
He
rotting in
seems to be
Azkaban,
creating
but
more
be
problems
careful.
for people
He's a
around
devil
town,
and
not just
incredibly
me.
dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns.
Baka squad.
Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Let me guess. Another person being blackmailed. Can I pass through, please? Thank you. Questions, what are they blackmailed about? Or how? More like it. Boing.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Ooh, only in this weather, jumping into the ice cold water.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me.
But now he doesn't want
feared
anymore.
Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
And now he feels like he was right about that. And he's probably more fearsome than before. Should have spoken out. He should have probably spoken out. With a little help, of course. Like, not just walk into the death trap, but...
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But... perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow...
Instead, somebody else suffered the fate.
Could you tell me what
I don't know.
Before
A little
my
cowardly.
extraordinary
But I didn't know how I would
wife,
react.
Dulcibella, passed away. She had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold.
Let me guess, he stole it.
Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rook. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified.
It's not me, by the way. It's the game's voice acting.
He found the book of poetry.
I don't know why, but it's
gold plating.
a little skippy.
I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear...
Okay, he seems to be taking everything from everybody and blackmailing everybody.
With Officer Singer?
I mean, I didn't expect much from that guy, but maybe to keep his evilness down a bit,
go on forever.
so people don't suspect
You can pass
him.
it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Okay, what's the plan now? We know the guy is basically evil AF, very sussy baka. But yeah, how we deal with that? We knew that before. We knew he was rotten to the core. I mean, we have information that at least one person has been kidnapped. But the only thing we can do about that is... Wait. Is, go save them. He's probably holding them either in some sort of ruin or in his estate. I don't think we're gonna launch
She said she was going to the
an
Hogshead.
attack.
Perhaps I'll find her there.
Oh, don't tell me she got kidnapped too. Oh, you've been snooping into my business. Time to kidnap your friend. Is that what's happening? I could have guessed. Uh-oh, the music is not saying anything good about the situation. Yeah, I think that's what happened, maybe? Maybe I'm overacting. They'll look like me like, what the heck, what a freak. Yeah, maybe I'm overreacting.
Around here somewhere.
Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe she's fine. Come on, jump. It's just a... Okay, I can't jump. Good. I'll take the long way around. No problem. I like taking the long pathway. Why did she leave her wand? She got kidnapped.
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Revelio.
Can we see footsteps? Ooh. Footsteps nice. But the loot also nice. I'm like the police doggo. I'm sniffing. Okay, that's a very weird route to take.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Okay, he has to do with the kidnapping, can that be? Because he was definitely taunting just now.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Ashwinder hideout. I think it's time for another battle. And this time I'm afraid I might lose. Oh, speaking of losing, I think I didn't save a single time today. Maybe it's time to make a safe game.
This room. There must be another way forward.
Yeah, the way forward is saving first, because I'm not trusting my skills. Save completo. Let's see. First thing I want to do is sneak.
Revelio.
And we just... we gotta push the left or the right button. Maybe both.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one.
A hidden door.
Nice. Okay.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Quickly, you say? I wonder if I find the other kidnapped person too. What are they babbling about? Family.
Better be sure I'm not seen.
Are you saying I can't kill them? Somebody coming for her? So you're talking about me? Optional, find the book of poems and find the love letter. Oh, great. Things I can miss. Okay, I need to carefully inspect every corner. I don't want to... I really don't want to disappoint them by not finding the stuff. But I'm a little nervous about this. There's so many enemies.
Revelio.
Yeah, how do I deal with that? It's a big bunch of enemies. I can't just take them head on. Right? They also seem to be alert.
There's more of those days ahead.
I shall be shining in Rookwood's eyes when he sees what I'm capable of. And right
Nah, I'm not here. I do not exist. Stop looking for me.
This is all I can say. I'm better than the lot of them put together, and it's time Rookwood saw it.
Sneaking is not gonna be easy here. Sneak attacks are super hard to pull off here. This guy is standing with his back to the chests, and everybody else is basically covering each other and roaming. He's looking at her the whole time. So, this guy's also gonna have the back to the counter. Is he turning around at some point? I'm probably seen as soon as I go in, though. And she's overseeing everything. Oh, God. This is not an easy level. I did sneak around that part. Okay, question. Is a love letter in the book of poems inside the main room? Because then we might have a teeny tiny problem.
How
No?
did I get mixed up in...
No, I don't know how you got mixed up. Turn around, please. No, he's going too far in, though. Okay, maybe I can see if the other items are on the outside.
I can count.
Revelio.
Girl's been nothing but trouble. About time we locked her up.
Okay, good, good,
We
good.
may be working with the goblins. Soon, they'll be answering.
Okay, one after the other. The only thing I find so far is gold. I don't find any of the optional items. Of course.
was extraordinarily dull. Does no one put up a good fight anymore?
Okay, so far so good. I'm gonna do a tiny mini save here in the corner. Because we already did a lot of good work. And it's really, really not easy getting this done. Okay, let's see if we can sneak behind the boss.
My loyalty's to you and no one else. Be on the lookout for the girl's friend. If they're daft enough to try to come through here.
I'm so daft.
Goblins.
I'm so daft. I'm so dumb. So dumb that I'm way too far in. It's not good.
It's been a bit grim, I won't deny.
Okay,
It's
well,
about time Rookwood took control. He doesn't need Ranrock.
okay. There's a guy on the other side. Do not look below the stairs. There is nothing below. Wait. What's falling below? She peeing? I get questions.
I'm able to Hogsmeade later. Stir up some trouble. They need to be reminded that we're still running things.
Okay, she might see it if I annihilate him, right? So that's not good. It's a problem.
Can never have too many sacks, my friend.
Someone there?
No, nobody's here. No one. Not a single person to be found. Are they moving? Yeah, they came down here, right? They're looking.
Students these days, so full of themselves. Suppose they're
Uh-oh. This one guy is a little bit too movie for my taste. Stop moving. Can't work like this. Okay, is there anything up here? Okay, this is the letter I'm looking for. I don't want to read it.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie.
That's
I
private.
need to destroy this if I found it.
Yeah. I don't know. Burn it or something. Do I have an option to burn it? Can I just destroy it from my inventory? Letter, view. There is no destroy option. I can't set it on fire or anything. Guess I have to take it with me for now. Okay, there's this very big chest on this side. Maybe that's good for something. I could try to sneak up there. Just have to make sure that nobody's trying to meddle with that. I don't know what happened. It magically opened. Okay, theoretically, I see a tiny chest over there. And a tiny over there. What's making the noises? Oh, it's the guys on top. I still need to find the book of poems. That's why I'm a little weirded out on where that might be. Okay, what do I do with this? Just... sneak attack? No? Like this?
Accio.
No? No, it is Accio. It just took a while to register. Okay. Sneaky is still on. But it's so dark, I'm not seeing anything. A light would... Oh. No, I'm not... Should I?
Lumos.
I mean, I will be seen, so I should probably not. But I'm trying to. No, you didn't see a light flicker down here. Nothing like that was happening. There was nothing. It was the wind. The wind made light. I swear. That's what happened.
Lumos.
What? No. What's the wind? There's really guys up there and they get easily startled. Okay, where could the book be? Is it that that tiny item in the back there? Please don't tell me that's where it is. No, this is gold. I think the middle is gold. At least, I think.
The first life you took? Can't say I do. All a bit of a blur at this point.
I think it's all gold. There is one more treasure chest on that side over there, though. So maybe I should try to find that. See if I can open it. I need to go back to the other side for this, though.
He can fight his own battles.
This seems to also be heavily guarded, so this might be what I'm looking for. This guy is always going, having a look at this. Leave? Totally leave. Let me get this.
Book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert.
Nice.
He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Okay, now that this is dealt with, I can easily just go and find Natty. Don't care about the other loots. So it was all in the main room, of course. Make it hard on me.
Revelio.
At least I didn't alert anybody so far. I know I could kill everybody, theoretically. But is it really worth it killing all those guys? Okay, maybe I'm dealing with the ones that stand on top here, because they might come and be like a backup. And as soon as I gotten rid of them, we just see if we can sneak attack the rest of them, right? Just making it easy on us. Maybe there's like a secret tunnel entrance or something too. It's leading higher up. What about this? This cannot be climbed, okay. So this is the only way forward so far. Weirdest steps I ever seen.
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives.
Uh-oh.
Never here either.
Okay, I have a problem. I think the big guy is not one shot. How do I deal with that? Thank you for hydrate. The big guy, I think, is not a one shot. I think the big guy is, what am I just about? I can empty the glass. Give me a second. That's a major sip. Now I need more drink though, so give me a second. There's still something in this bottle. Just need to pour. There we go. Glass is again full. Are they not moving now? I thought they were patrolling like front and back. But it doesn't seem like that. They'll probably move as soon as I move, right? Okay, it's time for saving. Let's save this. I'm not trusting my skills. I got the feeling they will turn around the moment I enter the room. I think I'm gonna go for the small guy first. Seeing as I think he is one shot. And the other guy is not. And this guy probably isn't. Please one-shot him. No, it's not.
Expulsion!
Okay, I need to fight quietly. Otherwise the other guys will come over. Oh, we have already one guy coming. Yeah, all are coming. So much for a sneak operation, it stopped. Yeah, your boss is killing you. I hope you do enjoy that. I do like my curse to control people. Now the only problem is I need to kill the boss. Well... Did I just turn the boss into a rat? Looks like it.
Revelio.
Well, overkill more like it. I just wanted to take a major chunk of air HP. Was that really the boss? That can't be. It was too easy. She's still standing down there. Nah, that was the boss. It was the boss.
Knows what he's doing.
Okay, time to deal with the rest of them. Okay. There's another big boy. And I know the wizard is moving. So let's wait for them to move. And the big guy, we'll just try to shot as much as possible. I thought at least there is movement here. Is it not? Maybe not since I triggered the other event. Going full try hard. Yes I do. They are not moving from each other. Okay. In this case, my secret weapon.
Better not be anyone there. I'm in no mood for killing.
You're not? I'm in the mood for killing. I didn't know what happened there. Look at it. Uh-oh, he's not movable. He's too big. Normal enemies I can just levitate. He like, nope. I'm too big of a big boy. I'm not liftable. And here I thought that was only a problem in Genshin, where you can't lift the enemies up anymore because they have too high of a weight. Apparently that's a thing here as well. I mean, I can understand with a troll, but... this guy is weighing just a little bit more than the usual dude. And I got magic. Why am I not able to move him? Ah! Ow, 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 ow. That was a not nice parting gift. That hurt. Stinking storm. Well, at very least I can loot all the money now. Even though it's not much. Okay. At least it's clean. So if we need an escape route, this one is safe.
That he must be here somewhere.
Also, there may be more enemies, so... Secret.
Revelio.
Okay. I see multiple prisoners. Yeah, I'll help. Give me a second. So she did see me already? How did you see through my disguise, Nari? I'm just confused. She the better mage? She may be the better mage, but I am the better sneaker. I'm a better rogue.
Rabe? Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you.
Worried and stressed.
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
Maybe he can just teach me the
It's
spell.
nearby. I can sense it.
Understood.
No, okay.
I'll find it.
I can sense it.
Revelio.
Maybe there's something on top. Must be blocked or something.
Mr. Abe's wand could be in there. Alohomora.
Okay, I'm doing. Wait, that did something. Ding ding ding. Magical open. Now that's magic if you still need to move everything.
Have this back.
There. Can you now open the door that probably I could also have opened?
Mr. Abe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Explodia. That's what happens. That was very uneventful. I expected more boom. Yeah, do hers too. She's standing right next to it. She doesn't even care. She doesn't give one bit.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
I killed everybody. It's not a problem. We can just walk.
Thank you, my young friend.
At least I think
Be
so.
prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
But I killed everybody already. Unless they gotten like reinforcements, we should be fine. I already did the dirty work. So at this point you have to kill him. She won't let it be any other way.
Revelio.
I mean, fine with me. Wonder if one of these rats is the big leader. She just became one with them. There's a lot of money in there. Okay. Oh, looks like I can just walk out. There doesn't seem to be a problem with that.
Lumos.
I can't see. Not a problem. I think it's just when you sneak in without like killing a single person, which you can. If you're not triggered by the guys like on the balcony, just leave that one guy be and then just sneak through. You have to sneak back out.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
But to be honest, it's more fun if you actually leave everything with annihilation. That way they can't hurt more people, right? If you're dealing with a problem, properly deal with the problem. Like, show force, remove it, not just delay the problem.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe.
I'm good at sneaking. Mostly. Sometimes.
Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife, Miss Onai. Your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
That's why you're not telling her, mother.
Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert.
Which I have all the evidence here for. Just
will
saying.
Look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next
I mean,
time,
she's
please
right.
let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
But I am super powerful, so I have, like, I'm the exception, okay? The authorities haven't been much help. I mean, it is the truth. Ah, the heck with it. I hate sugarcoating things, it's the truth.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no
They
further
do
discussion
nothing
on
and they get paid for nothing.
Natsai, you may wish to speak
I'd
with your
rather be
mother about
Batman.
this
I do
before
my own judgment.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
No problem. I hope she doesn't get grounded, but she probably will be. I feel bad about this. I shouldn't enable her. Keep. Don't panic. I just collected a book page. Nothing to panic about. I think they were afraid of me. I mean, we're in a magic world. Shouldn't all of them know magic? Oh, that was fast.
Doesn't get any more cozy than Hogsmeade.
Does anybody send me mail now?
Have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing.
Yeah.
Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
And by the way, did I destroy the letter? Where is it still in my inventory? Nah, it's not in my inventory, okay. Oh, wait. The poetry book is there. But the letter is not, which I'm guessing means that my character actually burned it. But that also means I can give the poetry book back. Right? Now, if I only remember what that guy was. I don't remember no more.
New instruments are in.
Where was he? Like... over here, maybe? Set waypoint? Yeah, I'm trying to set waypoint. It won't let me. Oh, I can only set it to certain places. Let's do this and then try near that. I hope I can find him. I don't remember no more. I think I went across the water and then there was a hut. And then there was this person. But I don't know. Okay, this is what I marked, but I'm not sure. I mean, if it's around water, it must be around here somewhere. So I'm just starting here. And then we just go until the very end to see. It must be somewhere. Wait, why is that still marked? Unmark it, please. There we go. It is unmarked. Okay, now to find place. Ouchies. It wasn't this side of... Wait. There, maybe? This hut that looks similar. It might as well be that hut. Do I need to knock? Is he gonna stand on the outside?
Mr. Filbert, I have your book.
But how did you...
I killed all of them in cold
Tell you
blood.
what this means to me.
I mean, it's the truth.
I'm glad to have been of help.
Oh my. I cannot believe I have this bit of my dearest Dulcibella back. Thank you, my young friend. Thank you.
You're welcome. Next time, get your book stolen by people that are easier to kill, maybe. If I can make any request. Or... Please don't have it stolen at all. Yeah, this is just like the side business stuff. Even though I did see one of like these things, but I'm not really feeling like searching for these. I know I get like better lockpicking spells for it. But I rather just play quests and enjoy my time. I already doing enough grinding in other games. That's exactly the reason I don't want to do so much pointless grind. If it's not giving me anything of gameplay value, and mind you, an achievement alone is not gameplay value for me, but an achievement that gives me a skin or a pet or something that I really, really do enjoy does give me gameplay value. So, oh, why did I not? Ooh, the new quests. I can play a new game with this. Let's see. I don't know. I would get a new spell, but I don't think like breaking into other people's huts and getting the treasure chest is like too much exciting or something that I need right now. Okay, let's see. I remember the last match was pretty hard already, so let's see if this one is just as hard.
Hello, are you here for Summoner's Court? That I am. Don't expect to be as lucky here as you were in Crossed Wands. Speaking of which, care to play a match?
Yeah, I will lose. I'm prepared. I'm prepared to lose, yes.
Of course, Charlotte. Then may the best summoner win.
God, I'm so bad at this. You start. Okay, what's this?
Accio.
That seems to be drawing balls in. Right? Is it drawing balls in?
Precisely as planned.
I'm a little confused on what it does. But it seems like it's an inward motion. I'll try it out. Ah, too much in.
Such grace. Finesse.
Oh, I get it. It's drawing it in a loop motion, so that's why this one is going to the out. Okay, I need to repeat this much. I'm losing. She the master. Now that's not enough for blue.
Nice technique.
More like you're gladly losing. Is she doing all balls at 50? Almost. She's playing everything into the same corner, isn't she? No. Okay, this corner is stuffed. Now I know why she's playing into this corner.
Didn't I say I adore competition?
Okay, we need to repeat this. We need to repeat this. I need a rematch. I stink at this. Okay.
Hard luck. Care for another round?
Yeah, sure. Now I know how the weird circles work. Now let's see. Is she starting? What if I block her corner? Can she handle that? Now she's playing into this corner. It's confusing me. Is the AI playing differently each time?
As planned.
Okay. Ah, no! They were so bouncy.
Such grace. Finesse.
Am I the only one not liking her very much? She's too arrogant for my taste.
Precisely as planned.
Do not follow! No! Can I have a rematch already? I know I already lost. I don't need to play the last ball to know. What was bouncy? The ball was bouncy. Nothing else. I lost, by the way. I need to do a rematch again. Okay, I'm doing too much.
Such grace.
Before... God. Shut your mouth, please. I can't stand people with such arrogance. Horrible.
Hard luck. Care for another round?
Yeah, I need to win this, don't I?
Absolutely. Don't count me out yet.
That's the spirit.
Main character logic. I need to play until I win. These swirls make it super hard. You need enough force to get past them, otherwise you get sucked in and then your ball bounces. Yeah, like this. It's super weird.
Precisely as planned.
Makes things so... unpredictable. No. That's what I mean. It's unpredictable.
Finesse.
God, this match would be so much easier if I could just mute Charlotte. I hate her so much.
Precisely as planned.
No. I do too much.
Such grace. Finesse.
Yeah. This is torture. I hate that woman guts. Can I cast other spells? Should I set her on fire? Yeah, do I need to play the last ball? It doesn't really matter. I already lost. I wanted rematch.
Such grace. Finesse.
Shut up. Dumb bitch. Really? I think I found a most disliked character so far. And it's this one.
Absolutely. Don't count me out yet.
That's the spirit.
Don't like her one tiny bit. Maybe I'm starting with this ball instead. And I'm not doing that much of a run for it. Maybe only half power.
Precisely as planned.
Literally, this would be much more bearable if she would just say nothing all day long. Don't! I did very little.
Grace. Finesse.
Why the heck does it, like, throw the ball with so much force when I don't take much? Shouldn't that thing, like, suck it in?
Precisely as planned.
God, I hate her so much. Can she go die in a fire? I'm using too much force again.
Such grace. Finesse.
Go die! God, I can't listen to her anymore. I just can't. I'm sorry. All other participants so far had nice things to say, and she doesn't. Yeah, great. That doesn't help me much. She was 130.
Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that.
You won! Why is she so dumb? I had it. Raging moment.
Good luck. Care for another round?
I'm close to just skipping this quest.
That's the spirit.
Because she's going on my nerves so much, it really ruined my mood. Let's say this is the last round. If not, I'm skipping the whole quest line. My mind can't bear this person. I need out of this.
Precisely as planned.
Okay, one for once.
Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Accio.
I don't know what you're doing there, but you're doing weirdies. It's like you listen to me.
Precisely as planned.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Nice technique. Accio.
Okay, I only have one more ball to do. I can't ruin that one. Don't get sucked in. Stay! No, stay.
Nice technique.
Oh God. Almost.
You are good.
Finally. That took long enough. I hope I never see you again. That would be my greatest wish. That's my winning wish.
To admit when I've lost. Where did you learn to play like that?
I played long enough to win by luck. Easy.
I practice as much as I can.
Practice, eh? I suppose I could try that. Well, you've only one opponent left now. I won't say more than that, but let's just say he's the best for a reason.
As long as he's not mocking me the whole match, I think I'm gonna be fine. God, that was very, very uncomfortable. Okay, wasn't there another quest here too? Hufflepuff and Astronomy Wing seems to be upset. We're gonna ask what's on. Okay, I need to calm down. Usually I avoid people like that in real life. Just avoid them. Just no hanging out with people like that. But I had to deal with this quest. Just get on with it and forget they exist. Okay, how do I get up there? Bouncy bounce. Ooh, nice decorations everywhere. Okay. So I said I would get lost. I have no idea where I'm going without markers.
I thought I could count on my friend.
Is it social problems?
No,
I might not be the best
not.
person to ask.
We only had 2 bells to go, but she just had to go and spoil things.
Bells?
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things? Also, what bells?
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So, I asked my friend Adelaide to help me put them back. We've always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline.
So you
Abby
were
and
partners
Evie.
in crime.
Anyway, it was going swimmingly until Black started asking questions. Then she wasn't comfortable with our rule breaking. Now I'm stuck, unable to tell which bell goes where.
I mean, maybe she was right. She didn't want to get caught. She didn't want to risk her whole career or something. Like her education. I'm not sure. What's important about the bells? Did she remove the bells for a headache? It sounds like something you might do.
It's certainly an odd decree, even for Black. Taking down
Maybe
the
there's
bells for a
another
headache.
thing
I agree.
behind it.
I thought it might also have been that they interrupted his hourly naps. That's all he does in his office, you know. But then I heard... Can you keep a secret?
I can.
I heard from Alice, who heard from Ollie, who heard from Eugenia.
Who heard from a friend.
Reminded him of his wedding day. Broke out in a sweat every hour on the hour. But mum's the word.
But why would that be a bad memory? Or did his wife die? I'm confused.
Is it really that important that the bells go back up?
Is it really that important? They're part of the school's
You're gonna head out now. Whatever you're doing, I wish you good luck with it. And thanks for stopping by.
Or called Ignatia
You take good care
We
too.
can't simply fiddle with history. We're meant to be its stewards.
I mean, I don't know how big a bell are we talking. Are we talking like these tiny little ling-lings, or are we talking like big chunkus bell?
If only 2 bells
Like
are left,
bigger than us.
Isn't it fairly easy to tell which goes where?
Easy for you, perhaps. I happen to be tone deaf. Mother likes to say I couldn't carry a tune if it hopped on my back like a chocolate frog. No point putting them back in if they don't sound just as they did before, for the sake of historical accuracy.
It's not that she cares, because she couldn't hear it anyway, right? That's somehow funny. I could just tell her that they are in the right order, even though they're not.
Perhaps I could help put the bells back up.
Really? Oh,
I
that'd be
don't know what
wonderful.
order they're
The
supposed
bells
to
are
be
in the
in.
bell tower just above the music room. You're certainly of more help than Adelaide.
I don't know what order they actually go to.
I imagine the bells are just inside the bell tower.
Maybe they have a marking, like bell 1, bell 2, bell 3. If I have to align them by sound, I think I'm out. I'm not the best person to distinguish by sounds. It just doesn't work for me. But I'll try. There have been a lot of music puzzles that I solved in my day. So let's just hope this is not a music puzzle, because this might take a while then.
I think Madame McGowan's brother is a professional Quidditch player.
I see a key. Yes. Yeah, where you going? Where you going? Where you going? God, this is so hard to follow. Oh, higher up. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Ah, good thing it's here. Couldn't have followed any longer way.
Yes.
Slapped right in. First try. Okay. What am I supposed... Oh, in there. I am at the right spot, after all. Above the music room, you see. Yeah, am I supposed to hear this?
The bells must be upstairs.
There's so much music here. I'm pretty sure I can't.
Alohomora.
And we're doing maybe a tiny bit of stealing here. Wait, there it is. There it is. Fast and easy. Got my throat. My throat is giving out. But way later than before. So maybe talking a little quieter doesn't in fact help. Okay, we have a bell here.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Where does it go? I have no idea. Ah, my ears. Ah. Stop. God, this is horrible. Okay. Ow. I would say this one goes in the lower row. So, here?
One up, one to go.
Okay, where's the other one?
Ah, found them. I'll have to get those up there somehow.
You
Wingardium
found?
Leviosa, perhaps.
You found them? Where did you find one? The only one not seeing the second bell? It's a whole lot of bass, but no bell. Where is it? Maybe I'm dumb, but I'm really not seeing anything. And here I thought, like, putting him in the right spot was the problem. Apparently not. The problem is finding them in the first place. Bell 1 is in place. Where's Bell 2? Wait. Here? No, that's just cups. Just tiny little bells. There it is. Yeah, come here. Come here, come here. Bing, bing. Yeah. How do I move items near me? Oh, that's how. If I'm not expelled at this point, I soon will be.
Evangeline should be pleased about this, even if Black isn't.
I am so expelled from this school. Worth it though, it sounds pretty. Ribbit? Do you like what I did? I think the frogs appreciate it. That's good enough for me.
Revelio.
I mean,
Hello, Hamora.
we unlock. Let's see what's in here. Wait. There we go. Good things that these are so easy. It's not very hard to do them. God, you shriek me. Excuse me, sirs. Can I pass? Thank you. Even though I don't think they did that on purpose. Oh no. Oh no. It's one of the math doors. Okay. I see question mark. But where's the question mark 1? Oh, there it is. Okay, how did these work again? Did I have to, like, build a sum? So we would have 4. So I need 7. So I need 3. Which I think is that Kraken thing? Because it starts with 0, wasn't it? I think I remember something about this. And then up here we have 10. And we already have a 2 and... I think it's a 3rd symbol, which should be a number 2. So we're at 4 already. 10 minus 4 is 6. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The salamander thingy. There we go. Simple math. Took me long enough, but now it's ingrained in my brain. On how these work. And I'm still a little mad that I didn't find the tutorial on how this works before I did the first one. It's a little sad. Also, what the heck? Why can I not take the mask? That mask would be a very, very cool hat item to possess. Okay, let's return and tell her that the bells are working again. Dum dum. Dum dum dum. Wait.
Lumos.
I'm sorry if I disturb you ladies, but there is a statue. Are we having a statue here, or is that just close by? I'm not seeing any sort of statue. It's a lion statue, right?
Natty doesn't seem to mind having her mother as a
Lion statue. Maybe around this corner? It's probably not on the outside. It looks like an inside picture. Don't look at me like that. Maybe I'm unlocking this. My evil schemes cannot be exposed. What do you do? Okay, I didn't pay attention. Did we already pass it? We did. There we go. Just need to see when there's like tiny movement and then go for it, right? In that case, that's fine by me. Okay, there is no lion statue. There's a lion statue. Wait.
Revelio.
We're doing anything else? I want this. Oh, it's a sphinx. It's not a lion. Almost a lion.
Lumos.
Okay, come with me, little one. We have treasure to take care of. Do not be alarmed, it's just me acting weird. Sorry to disturb again. Ooh. Now it's two other people. Seems to be a very popular spot.
Revelio.
Okay. Still needing to return. Come on, where are you? I'm gonna turn this in and then that's probably the last quest for today. See that my throat already gives up again, and I don't want to stress it too much today. That is the plan that I'm having. Aw, cute kitty. Okay, where is she?
I can't believe we found ourselves trapped in that scriptorium. Never again.
What are you doing sneaking around? Huh? Are you up to no good? One person surely is the other one. Probably trying to keep him from being all sneakily.
Back up, Evangeline.
Oh, you're a credit to the school. I can't wait to hear them. I can't wait for the headmaster to hear them. I wish I could see his face. Future generations may not truly appreciate what you've done, but I do. And I hope that you do as well. I don't know how much this means for me and for Hogwarts.
Okay, very nice. Okay, yeah, as I said, we're gonna continue with this quest next time. Let me go back to the room of requirement. Take care of maybe I'm getting my potions. And then we're gonna save up for today. It's getting late. Game? How much for saving? Okay, I need to start again and see if it has my save file somewhere. God, why does this always happen to me? Oopsie daisy. It shows us still running, but it's not running anymore. Oh god, this is a problem. I'll see if I can start it up again. And see if it's saved. If it didn't save, I have a tiny problem. But I think it auto-saves every now and then, so maybe it auto-saved when the bells were done. Okay, it's starting up. Should connect to OBS anytime soon. I really, really need to see if it's saved. Would be dumb if all my progress got lost. It wasn't too much progress, but wasn't it at the very least that like mini game? Okay, still preparing shaders. That might take a while. Dum, da-dum, da-dum. Of course, when I try something, things are crashing. Okay, why did it crash though? I don't have a crash lock, so I can't really say why. Okay, we'll wait. We'll wait. We wait. We'll play the waiting game. While I wait on this. Maybe talk a bit? I'm not sure. I'm a little worried about my save game, okay? Give me the benefit of the doubt. Losing a save game is never nice. I had that once in a game where I like had my my save completely corrupted, and that had only like a single save slot, so you couldn't make multiple saves. At the time, that was like horrible. Losing all the save game data was a horrible thing that can happen to a gamer. It's horrible. But with much luck, it's saved soon. Okay, wait. Okay, it's saved here. I can do that again real quick, and then we're gonna go back to the room of requirement and save. That's not how this goes. Okay, we went here. Pretty sure oh, that's already opened? Ah, but this is not here. Okay, come on with me. The game's still half loading. So basically it's saved right in the middle of us walking back with this. See, now the girls are back too. Eh. So maybe it was a bug. Okay, now we're returning again to Evangeline. That's also what I did. I forgot. And after we did go and talk to her, we can save up again. We can theoretically skip the dialogue. We already heard all of this not too long ago. But this time our dynamic duo seems to be missing. Maybe because I was faster.
The bells are back up, Evangeline.
Can I skip this?
To the school.
Can I even? Yeah, I can skip this.
I truly appreciate what you've done, but I do.
Or I thought I could. Okay.
You don't know how much this means for me and...
Okay. First, I'm doing one save. Then I'm trying to pour it back into the room of requirement. And then we're taking care of our stuff there, and then we're gonna save again. This is so weird. I had a few problems with the game before, but never a crash. I think it's the first time it actually crashed. Ingredients. No, I have enough of these. Maybe I should use these more in battle. Most of the time I'm not battling in the open much. Not what I wanted. And a focus potion. I'm trying to get more health potions out of this. Nope, back to this lovely plant. I think brewing one health potion is good. As long as the swarm is going. Da-da. There's thunderbolts shooting out of my ass. Yes, that's how it is. Are you quite finished? Thank you. Okay. Okay, time to really save up for today. Save. Saving over slot 1x1. Saving, save complete. Okay. And I can go back over here. Turn my music on. Exit the game while I'm at it. And change back to just chatting, at least for a little while. I'm not gonna stream for much longer. Just some parting words, I'm guessing. Da 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 da. Yeah. Today I was trying to save my voice a little bit. At the end now, I can still feel like the effect of the stream on my voice. Probably you can hear it too, can you? Can you hear my voice getting a little raspy? Is it better like this? I'm not sure. But I think it didn't happen as soon into the stream. Usually I'm already like having problems with my throat halfway through, so maybe it is an improvement. I will try keeping this pace up, seeing if it helps with my throat problems or not. It could also be that it helped that I ate a cough drop right before the stream, so I did come prepared because I know I'm gonna have some problems. What else is there to say? Next stream is gonna be on Tuesday at the usual time. Maybe we play some more Vermintide. I know, currently I'm only like switching between playing this and playing the Vermintide. I need to think of some ideas on what we can do on stream. The problem is currently all my free time that I have goes into preparing the 2.0 model, so it's a little bit of a problem to find the time also to prepare better stream ideas and to do some like videos. I mean, I did that one short back 2 weeks ago. I'm not sure. That was just a clip from the anniversary stream, but it still took a while. And I thought like this progress doesn't take like too long because it's only supposed to be like a 30-second clip, but I did underestimate how long it actually takes to like subtitle stuff. Subtitling things can actually take quite a while, so it turned into hours of work to only get these 30 seconds done. And in that case, I already had an idea on what I wanted as a clip and how I wanted it structured. For the most part, I have the problems that I don't see any, like, clippable moments in the streams in the first place. So I would probably have to, like, watch the stream a lot and figure out a part that will be clippable the most. Maybe clipping my streams is just not the thing for me. Maybe I need to make, like, original content, like, do videos about topics, tutorials about topics I know of. Maybe that would be better for me as a format than actually like the clipping, because like as I said, I never have the feeling really that my stuff is clip worthy or whatever you call that if you find making clips of stuff easy. So yeah. But the time is also a big factor. I rather would like to have my 2.0 model ready, because then that's not hanging in the back of everything. Because making content now is good, but with that in the back, like I already work on it like for a year now. I think it's a year now. And it's just taken too long. I want to be finished by it at some point. Especially ever since when I like look at this, when I look in the camera, when I see this model, every time I'm reminded that my 2.0 is just, in my eyes, in my opinion, I think it looks better. So whenever I see this one, I feel a bit demotivated to produce, so to speak. So I want to focus on that one, if that's okay. But I'll try to maybe get some content out if I find more time. At the moment, the home searching thing is also taking a lot of my time out of the day. And my health is also like in not the prettiest state, so that's also a problem. So even though I skip on some sleep, I can't skip crazy amounts like most of you crazy people are. Sleeping only 4 hours, I would die. I already have problems if I only sleep like 6 hours. I feel like totally I don't know, out of energy and unawake all day long. So how the heck does somebody handle 4? Like, maybe if you're used to it. Or if you get a lot of breaks throughout the day, maybe. But I'm more like the person to like not take a nap or like big breaks. I'm like sleep, then power through, then sleep again. There is no like napping throughout the day or anything. But yeah. It's getting late. I should be going and making dinner. Probably. I'm not thinking we're big enough to do a raid, are we? Probably not. We are probably not big enough. I don't want to bother anybody with my raid message if then basically nobody's coming over. Hey there, bot, how you doing? You're late as usual. But you still came. I was playing some Hogwarts today. And I'm trying to save my voice a little bit, so I'm talking slowly and quietly. I'm thinking that maybe it's solving my throat problems. I'm not sure if it helps or if I sound boring now. You close to the end? I don't have any like indication on how far I am percentage-wise. But I think there's still some content to go, seeing that it doesn't feel very end. Normally in games you can tell when the ending is approaching, right? Like, kind of like you're getting closer to the end boss, so to speak. But I think we're approaching about being done, let's say, over 3/4 at the very least. Seeing as things are getting more heated in the main storyline. And also the side quests, and I'm basically already told all the other side characters about my story now, which in the beginning you keep kind of secret. So it feels like it's building up, like it's building. But so far it doesn't seem very climaxy. There's still like a revelation or something missing. You know? I mean, if the storytelling actually is good, then we should have like a big revelation, then like some drama downhill, and then the big finale, and then it's done. That's what I kind of expect, and we didn't have that big revelation thing yet. The turning point in the story has not been found. Or maybe it doesn't have one, but I think it does. I got the feeling it does. I'm missing that. Maybe the end boss fight is just gonna be a very big boss battle. Speaking of big boss battle, I managed to kill a big camp of dark wizards today by sneaking only. Except the end boss, which I did attack sneak only, but you can't one-shot the boss with like a sneak attack. Petrificus totalis does not kill bosses. It does chunk a big amount of their HP though, so it did help a lot. But everybody else I sneak attacked, like, very nicely. And then I tried a second camp, and the second camp I did good until the end where I failed, and then I had to kill the boss on like 2 additional ads. Out of my stuff. I was very embarrassed, but I tried my best, okay? Wizard, more like rogue. Exactly. I'm the sneaky wizard. It's just more fun doing it this way than actually like the wand battles. Don't get me wrong, the wand battles are kind of strategic and nice, but like, who doesn't like sneak attacking? I mean, talking for example, like Skyrim, who doesn't like to one-shot people with their daggers or with their bow instead of I don't know, fair combat. Or maybe that's just me. I'm pretty sure there's people who like playing Skyrim just with sword and shield and just like block and attack, swoosh, and block and attack, and then swoosh. But I like to take people out, and then everybody's like, it must have been the wind. So my name is now the wind. I am the wind that comes here. Killing people. Swoosh. Swoosh. Swoosh is the only thing you hear when the arrow goes flying by your ear, killing the guy next to you. And you see that guy on the floor, dead, with an arrow stuck in his whatever, wherever I shot it. And you're like, must have been the wind. The wind blew him over. Yes, the AI may not be the very best. I mean, that makes the game likable though, right? Being a little silly sometimes. It's memorable at the very least. Why is the music slapping so hard? Did it? Oh, it stopped. I am highly disappointed. Yeah, are we enough for a raid? You think we're enough for a raid? Or are you thinking we're too tiny? Like the new voice, just need a new model to go along with it. It's not a new voice, I'm just talking more quiet, and I think my microphone is taking that better, and my throat as well. Because I think my microphone cannot deal well with high tones, or whatever you call it, like the high range of my voice when I'm talking all excited. And this way it's better. It's a low quality mic, so what do you expect? It doesn't have a high range of pitch and stuff. So whenever I was talking a bit more exciting, you can definitely hear how it's like cutting out the upper tones of the voice. It's not only the microphone though. I think it's also very straining on the voice. And since I haven't throat problems for a few months now, I was reading an article on how to counter that. And one point was that maybe you're talking wrong, like you're actually damaging your voice. And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing that a lot in the stream. Because usually I'm not one to talk all exciting all day long. But in the stream, I'm a little anxious. I want to be exciting. I want to be full of energy, as you're expected to be. So I tried talking that way the best I could. So, and I think that damaged my vocal cords, maybe. I'm just afraid that I'm sounding boring this way. I know people are expecting like streamers to be all hyper, I'm guessing. So that's what I try to provide. Usually I do have the energy, I just don't have the voice to to support the energy. Signing is good, but not constantly. But I mean, technically a stream is exciting for me the whole time. It really is. I'm always nervous about being perceived. So talking like this actually is like very, very hard for me right now. Because I want to hide behind a like happy and excited facade. Because I feel vulnerable this way. Does that make sense? You can really notice that when I'm awkward, at least 3 or 4 times on the stream, I slip back into... Right now, I'm slipping back into high voice. If I'm awkward, I'm slipping back into I'm just mumbling, basically. Like, I want to get it over with. I'm, like, shouting my words out. That's what it is. I'm talking too fast. That's how it is. My voice gives me super strength. No, in fact, the opposite, I'm guessing. Shall we do a raid? You think we are enough people for that? Would you like to raid somebody? If you're on board, then I have somebody online I would like to raid. Somebody I wanted to raid for, like, forever, but it never really worked out. Raid Vizzy. Vizzy is not online. But I got somebody that I want to raid. How about that? Sure, okay. Then we do that real quick, and then I need to go fix up dinner. Okay. I'm preparing. Let's see. There we go. It worked. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, she's stopping the stream. We're too late. Okay, they just ended the stream. I'm too late. No. Okay. I need to find somebody else then. So much for it never worked out. It never works out. It never works out. I like, yeah, perfect. The times. Okay, wait. Okay. I'm gonna see if I have somebody else online. Why always when I'm coming, people want to end their streams? Okay, I have a few more people online. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Then we're all raiding over here. Please, please don't end the stream now, please. Confusing. Please, please. Okay. That seems to be working out, I hope. Okay. I am starting to talk too fast. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Am I ready? Yes, I am ready. I'm ready for raid. Okay. With that, I thank you all for being here today. I hope my new voice is new voice sounds like I've changed it. I hope the new atmosphere is good, and I hope to see y'all again next time. Bye-bye.